We are playing Hearts of Iron 4 with the Kaiserreich mod. The Kaiserreich mod, the premise of this, and this is a massive mega mod, is what if Germany had won World War I? And everything is different. It's a crazy mod, everything is so different. Not only that, this has been an exceptionally nutty game this particular time. In particular, what happened to the US. The Civil War, you know, came and went the way it often does, although it was even weird because there was only 2 factions Civil War instead of like 3 or 4 or 5. But then shortly afterwards, the president was assassinated and replaced with basically the KKK. Basically the KKK took over control. I mean, there's literally like a thing of absorb the clan over here with the Silver Legion, which is what's running. Anyway, shortly thereafter, they declared war on Canada. Canada had been pulled into the Second Weltkrieg, the Second World War, because I joined the Entente with Canada. Basically, Canada is sort of like the leader of the Allies in Kaiserreich because of various reasons of things that happened in Great Britain. We're not going to go into the lore at this point, but they're you know, mostly a powerhouse. So they joined the war, and then they went to Africa and mostly got their asses kicked over there. They got destroyed, and then shortly after that, America, which wasn't in any war, decided to start fabricating claims on Canada and starting to war with them. Well, Canada had no troops left, so the Commonwealth of America just ran over Canada. And then at some point later, they did separate out Quebec as a satellite or puppet over here. There we go, occupied puppet. So they're all there, but otherwise they're not doing anything. Technically, they're in a war against Panama, where nothing is happening. They've been in a war against Panama for a year or two now, and nothing's going on. I think they have claims on Mexico, but I think because they're already in a war, like, I don't know if we're gonna start another one. It's like, well, dude, you got to do something. I don't know. Meanwhile, we started as Wallonia Flanders, which was an occupied puppet of Germany. But we navigated a variety of events which allowed us to become an independent Belgium. But then a few months later, the German Empire, so not the Third Reich or anything like that, just, you know, the German Empire, because the Nazis never came to power because Germany had won World War I, so they were in like great shape and they didn't let any extremists come through. Plus, I think in the lore, I think Hitler died on the Eastern Front or something like that, some people were saying. So they came knocking and they wanted us to be their puppet again after we declared independence. We said no, so they declared war on us. And we held the line. Even when they landed in Antwerp, we pushed them back out into the sea, and we held the line. And eventually, syndicalist France, they became radical syndicalists. When did that happen? Ooh. Which is, so you can think of it as sort of communism, but not really. The lore is like a little bit more than that, but they eventually finally declared war on the German Empire as well, and then proceeded to do absolutely nothing. They never managed to push in, which is why we eventually did. We've been pushing in against the Germans here. We've done all this. In a sense, we're blocking France now. We'd like love to let them through our territory, but they don't want to. I don't know, whatever. But they weren't doing anything anyway, so we had to do the job because Belgium's strong. Now, Northern Italy here, the Socialist Republic of Italy, is also syndicalist, so they're in a group together, and eventually they have actually pushed through to Austria, which has now capitulated and is now a socialist as well. Is that the 2.5 international? Wait, what? I don't know. Anyway, so they're still pushing through the south. It's great. Anyway, we're going to be pushing over here. We just pushed to here. We're going to make sure to activate War Plan Red over here. Move these units. Now, one of the annoying things, if we look at the German Empire, they've had 5 million casualties. 2.2 million of those is fighting us. We have killed more Germans than anyone else. Almost everyone else put together. Not quite, although for a long time it was. Meanwhile, we've only lost 316k. Pretty good ratio. What's really freaking annoying, though, is we only have 6% war participation. Even though the war started with us, and all we've been doing is killing Germans the entire time. 6% war participation, mostly because of occupation. I thought it was bombing, but if I look at the people with like the big numbers, so the Russian Republic over here at 32, it says 0-1,000 bombing, although we just reloaded, maybe it hasn't updated yet. I forgot about the 2.5 international. I know, right? Hey, Depressive Crow! Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the RimWorld, and we're going to be starting a new Civ very, very, very soon. I don't know if Cool Man's in the chat, but what did you want his religion called? Part of me is just thinking we should call the religion coolism, but anyway, we're waiting on that. So yeah, there's no bombing. It's mostly occupation score. And even the casualties don't make sense. We've killed more Germans than anyone else, But why is it only giving us credit for 31? Oh! Is it our casualties? Oh, it was a religion called birthday, that's right. Wait, is our war participation based on our casualties? So we should be dying more? Excuse me for being a brilliant militarist who knows how to build goddamn forts. It's okay, I'm not salty at all. Anyway, so we're gonna try to boost our war score with some occupation if we can. We're gonna go ahead and hit these guys from the back. We've activated the war plan. I'll probably activate this war plan as well, although it's a little dicier, but it's probably okay. Let's take a look at our situation. Missing equipment production. We're not building light tank destroyers. I'm okay with that. We do have a shortage of steel. We actually have a lot of steel in the country. We are exporting a lot of it. I guess we're going to import some of it back in. We can probably import from the Union of Britain and call that fairly good. Hey, bits from Sporius. Thank you very much for the bits, Sporius. Quill isn't salty. And neither is Lot's wife. Wow. Excellent reference, my man. Excellent reference. Let's get a unit of rubber in from the Union of Britain as well. At least they're, you know, they're relatively close and safe. We've been patrolling the channel with our ships, although they're currently parked right now. I think we can probably be okay getting some supplies over there. Yeah, damn, Charlie's Dragon. Woo! Okay, let's unpause. All right. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take into here. We got some pushes that are working. We got some that aren't. Who's pushing up of these guys? It must be this one. So I'll cancel you and get you assist there instead. And hopefully we can get through. We may not. Like, we don't have tanks. Of course, we're going to take more casualties doing this, but oh, it turns out casualties are a good way to get war score. Blah, 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 blah. We do have 300k manpower, which for Belgium is a lot. All right, we take this airport. You guys, rather than advancing, even though we do want to hold that, push over here. Because we could retake this again fairly easily if we do lose it, because they won't be dug in. Sudan has been annexed. Quill's not happy, he is... Or, Quill's not salty, he is happiness deprived. Oh, do I have skills available for my generals? Yes, thank you. Our Field Marshal Alberto over here. Infantry division attack. Let's get that, because that's mostly what we're doing. We are constructing a bunch of tanks now, though. So that's good. General Jean-Baptiste Piron. You can get improvisation expert. There we go. Movement bonus, sure. Makeshift bridges is actually a button we can use to help with river crossing. And the 40% attack. Yeah, that actually could be useful. You ain't got no skills. Okay. And we need command points. I think we need command points to give it the points, so... Okay, we're gonna cross the river over here to Karlsruhe. We got some more pushes over here. We're crossing quite a few rivers. Let's actually push here. Or not. Never mind. Halt. Can I not halt you? It's too early. It's fine. We've got some free military factories because we are claiming some. Let's take a look at our situation here. We've got no deficit of anything except medium tanks, and we are trying to construct some tank brigades over here. So yeah, let's go ahead and queue up some more, which of course is gonna affect our material requirements a bit, but that's gonna be okay. I don't have a ton of artillery in storage. Although we're also going to want self-propelled artillery, which I guess we don't have self-propelled artillery yet. No, I think that's what this is. Cavalry, Panzerwagen, Kriegszahlen, medium tank, counter. Oh, maybe it's an anti-tank tank. Could be. I don't know, man. I don't read Flemish. I don't read much English either. So our front line here is getting a little bit wibbly-wobble. Oh, because this is owned... This is controlled by Italy. Okay, yep, that's fine. So they're pushing in there. And we're going to push, push, push. Kriegsengel equals War Angel. Oh, War Angel? Oh, Krieg. Right, Krieg is War. Angel is Angel. Excellent. It's probably Engel, I bet. Because I think most Germans is hard G's, right? Sure. Non-aggression pact is fine. Push, 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 push. Reading is hard. Seeing is hard. Talking is hard. Math is really hard. We may put a pause in our push in a second here, although this one's pretty... Is this... Confused. control of Belgium? Okay, now France has got that. Which is why I can't push in there. Alright, what I'm going to do with the red group, I'm going to go ahead and bop them. I'm also going to make sure to clean up this. We don't have to hold a front on the French lines. Let's do this again, and then the red one, we're going to line you up here and push on to Nuremberg. Maybe we can have some sort of trial there. Different war, different war. Mechanized equipment, we've got some in reserves. We're going to add a little bit more tank production, although that's eating a bunch of the supply. Yeah, we need to import more! I don't know, we need a total of 40. I don't know, whatever. Let's do that. We're going to just keep taking more industries, and then we'll need more and more and more stuff anyway. Let's get you, and you added in for when we take more. If you have a G after N, the G is silent. Okay, I'll try to remember that. We're on the cusp of 43. Let's go ahead and... This is retention versus a cap. And growth. I'll go streamlined line, because we're actually adding more lines than anything else. Although, we're going to lose a bunch of this. When we peace out, we're not going to be able to hold all this, unfortunately. Although, in theory, our war contribution is going up because of occupations, so that much is good. I'm going to let the red group get into place over here, and then we'll tell them to go soon. Blue's sort of constantly trying to push a little with your Q, even though I've got them mostly focusing up there. Lots of green, which is looking great. Yeah, we're taking more factories. Looks like we're waiting for a bunch of artillery upgrades. Not to mention infantry equipment upgrades. Here, let's go and just throw that in. We're not going to necessarily import more. It's going to be okay. All right, ready to go. Push, 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 push. This war ain't going to last much longer. Does Germany have manpower left over? Oh, yeah, they still have 1 million men. We still have over 300k, which is nice, even with the pushing, because I was worried. Race for Berlin. Yeah, well, I think we're going to lose that over here. Well, I don't know how much pushing is going on. Kingdom of Ukraine has capitulated to the Russian Republic, which has switched government like 4 or 5 times this run. Okay, it's peace conference. All right. Like, did the game crash? No, it's just calculating the peace conference and things, and the capitulation. Republic of Australasia and the Commune of France ended their hostilities. And when the war's over, it'll be Quill versus the world. Yeah, because I'm not in a faction, and I can't join a faction. Because in Kaiserreich, you can only join through, like, events and things, and I don't think there's going to be anything else to invite us into anything. Okay, is the war actually over? Yes, the German Empire is officially over. And you can see, like, this is just us. This is just Belgium, so what do we want to take? France has already claimed Alsace-Lorraine. Fair enough. We've got 500 points, which is quite a bit. Luxembourg. Oh! We can't take all these. Now, we could pass, and it would accumulate more points, but there's a risk that we might lose stuff we want to take. So, this is always a question in Hoi 4. Do we do this, or do we pass to accumulate a ton of points? Because you get a big bonus. Can I take more? No, that is the limit. I mean, we're getting a little rubber and steel from there. The Rhineland's got a lot of steel. I think we're going to take the... Pass. Always a risk. Get that steel. And Luxembourg is nice with the rubber. It doesn't have a ton of steel. I'm thinking we might take this, then pass the next round. Definitely want the factories in the Rhineland. Oh yeah, there are a lot of factories. Yeah, all right, let's go ahead and grab this, make sure we don't lose anything. Yeah, we can't even take Luxembourg for 46. There might be some other little thing we could take somewhere that might be non-contiguous, but... Oh, We take Malta. Memel? Memel's over here, right? I don't know if there's much point in taking that. Malta's useful, though. Look at palette... Where? The Platinum? Oh, 105. I can't afford that. Okay, we'll do this. And yeah, little Malta. Alright. Take Malta so you can have nice holidays. I love it. North Island of New Zealand. Oh, it might be, yeah. Okay. So, out of curiosity, if we were to grab this and this... Oh, that does work. Although I would like to take the Eastern Rhineland. So, this has got... It's called 16 factories versus 11 factories. On the other hand, this has a crap ton of resources. Whereas you do not. I think I'm going to do a pass, you guys. And hope that we can grab, a like, just scoop up more. Because we're going to get a bunch more extra points. There we go. Luxembourg, Platinate, East Rhineland. That's 10 factories. That's 15 factories. Grab Oldenburg. Oldenburg only has 2 factories, but it's got those naval bases and things, which might be nice. Alternatively, Thuringia has got a ton of factories. Well, 12 factories and more resources. Oh yeah, we can keep grabbing here. Got a little oil in Hanover, really. Oh, we can't grab that. That's too expensive. If I didn't take Thuringia, no. With Oldenburg can isolate the Netherlands, that is true too. Although I think they might be in a faction or would join one. I think we take Thuringia. And yeah, what about what's going on down here? We can take all of New Zealand. Not that they really... Not that there's much going on, but we may as well try to fill it in. We got a few more factories and a little bit more resources over here, because why not? There you go. They're cheap, so we may as well grab them. Who knows? We might want the naval bases. Corsica we can't grab. Not that I'm sure that we want it anyway. I could... Oh, I can't take Nancy. And that's 46 points, so it's unlikely we're going to get much else. Oh, I can't even take a North/Schleswig for 16. I could if I didn't take other things, but I think we're good here. We've already got Malta. These guys, I think, may have already been... Oh, German government in exile. We might still be in a war with these guys, you guys. So that's probably true. You take Baden instead of Thuringia to block France from taking more. Ah. Yeah, because they like to take contiguous bits, right? Yeah, that's a lot more. How much is Thuringia? 74. It's 900 points for Hanover. Might be able to cancel some other takes. Oh, I can still take Thuringia. Okay, I hadn't tried Baden before. Okay, that's probably okay. Yeah, we can't take that. There, I like it. Yeah, we'll be asked to liberate or not, or whatever. Absolutely. We still can't take Hanover. We might want to do another pass here. Upper Bavaria... Oh, even that's too expensive to grab. So yeah, we're just going to do a pass.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Because we need to be a certain amount of points above the next person. Booty-doo! Why do Norwegian ships have barcodes? To scan the Navian! Ah, it's so bad. It's so bad, I love it. It's so bad. So we do have a lot more points, although some of these things are still very expensive. Bavaria, Upper Bavaria is really pricey. We might want to do another pass, although it might be okay to grab these. 8 factories, 11 factories. Obviously, I'd love Hanover. Although, I can take Hanover. I mean, it doesn't even have that many. It has a lot of dockyards, I guess, is the thing. I'm thinking we'll do one more pass. Yeah, okay, we still have a lot of freedom for taking things. We can go to Pomerania, farther Pomerania, we can get a lot of resources. Let's see about getting things on the way. Hanover, Holstein, these are cheap, we may as well just see. Oh. Wait. Oh, because they're passing as well. Yeah, because it's based on... The amount you can take is based on lead over the next guy. France is probably getting ready to take a crap ton of stuff over here. One more pass, I don't care. France is actually ahead, but... I can't even take this right now. Ah! Alright, they spent. I don't know what they took. They spent, which means we can kind of go ham. So yeah, resources here. A little bit of aluminum and things over here. But yeah, let's do this and this. Oh! Okay, that's the limit. I think I'm going to be okay with taking this, though. Danziger War. How are those overseas things looking? Excellent. Okay, that's too much, but we'll take the southern half because it does actually have some tungsten. Oh yeah, we didn't actually take Danzig, although it's quite expensive, and I don't think anyone else will grab it. Oh, and it's the bit with the actual aluminum. Aha! Alright, Danzig. That's too much. Maybe we don't bother with Danzig. Maybe we do some more rounds of passing here. A bit of a game of chicken with France here. Do one more pass. Okay, they spent. Oh, they've taken Saxony, which is interesting. Danzig. Here, let's grab Memel. It's cheap. Good resources. Well, Upper Silesia is worth 1,100 points! Oh, we can grab Lower Bavaria. Okay. Okay, they took Corsica. Take the North Island. Take a bunch of Pacific Islands. Sure, why not? There you go. It's our limit. They took Upper Silesia. Saxony. Sure. Upper Bavaria, we can take it, and we should. It's got good amount of factories, good amount of infrastructure, and then all the aluminum, which is nice. Oh, can't even take Phoenix Island. I can't even take one more point worth. That sounds fine.